Good evening and welcome to Notre Dame Prep.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Notre Dame Prep, where tonight your girls basketball team takes on the Linden Eagles. We'll turn it over to our public address announcer now for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Now more than ever, we need to respect each other and treat each other with common decency, not only between the lines, but outside the lines in our daily lives. In sports and in life, nothing beats good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand as we honor America with the playing of our national And now, let's meet the lineup of today's team. First from our visitors, the Eagles of Linden. Number 3, Lila Nestor. Number 11, Madeline Summers. Number 23, Ryan Beaton. Number 24, Madeline Ford. And number 33, Kennedy Brown. The Eagles are led by head coach Madeline Summers. And now we see the lineup for the home team, the Fighting Irish of Linden. Number 32, Campbell Borgonia. Number 12, Paula Faymar. Number 20, Tessa Borgonia. Number 22, senior Audrey Simon. And number 21, senior Taylor.
All right, so after that great intro for both of our teams, we'll get you guys squared away with some statistics. The Irish come in with an 11-6 record, scoring 46.5 points a game and only allowing 35. Similarly, Linden comes in with a 10-5 record, scoring 44 points a game and giving up 33. So pretty even matchup tonight. Set to take the tip-off for the Irish, Tessa Bordonia. For the Eagles of Linden, Ryan Beecher from Augie Villawan. And we are just about to get set as that tip-off one back to Kennedy Brooks, the senior. Up top now, bounces that down to Four. Four spins. Now up top for Summers. Summers drops that down for Beecher in the post. Beecher pulls up mid-range. That one way off. And Tessa Bordonia takes a hold of it, brings it out across half court to get the Irish started. Off to Simon. Simon looking for Sowers in the paint, who now holds it in the near corner. Up now for Simon. Simon to a cutting Bordonia. Back out to Bordonia. Tessa Bordonia holds now. Spinning, looking for some options. Passes that. We have a collision, and here comes Kennedy Brooks. Guarded by Tessa Bordonia, now spins and puts on the brakes. Up top now for Beecher. Underneath Lila Nestor. Dishes that out. Summers puts up a 3. No good. Bordonia gets that rebound. Tessa and Campbell both on the floor at the same time, making my job a heck of a lot harder as Sowers works underneath. Dishes it back. Bordonia, layup no good. Rebound and a foul. So that foul on Paula Theular, first of the game. As Summers holds. Now working, passes that off to Kennedy Brooks. Brooks now getting a double. Poked away by Theular. Bordonia comes and I believe a travel called there on Brooks. So Bordonia will throw it in. She does that, throwing that right back to Kaylin Sowers. Still scoreless here, about a minute and a half in as Sowers rolls off that pick. Into the paint, Theular, one-handed, no good. Tessa Bordonia, the rebound, that one blocked as well. Campbell Bordonia passes that out to her sister now in the near corner. Tessa spinning, looking for some options, passes it off to Theular. Back in that one, picked off by Beecher. Beecher very tall, but getting into passing lanes as that layup from Beecher falls through. Ryan Beecher gets first points of the day as Tessa Bordonia is fouled. So again, Ryan Beecher, very tall junior, as the first free throw for Bordonia is right here. So Ryan Beecher, very tall, been getting into a lot of passing lanes early, causing a lot of havoc for the Irish. Second free throw from Bordonia is through as well. So all knotted up at 2 now. Bordonia and Beecher the lone scorers as now the double comes. Ball loose on the ground. Stripped away by the Irish, but knocked out of bounds by the Irish. So possession will stay with Linden. Brooks set to throw it in here. As Summers pops out, now holds up top. Guarded by Sowers. Dumped down and a foul from Simon.
Pretty sure that was cross. Watch that.
So throwing in, now to the near corner, 3 from Summers. That one off the mark. Rebound is loose. Grabbed by 4. Dribbles that off her own foot and out of bounds. Back to Irish ball. As Sowers brings that across half court. Sowers works in, now stops. Up top now for Theular. Back to Tessa Bordonia. Into the paint, Sowers lays that through. Caitlin Sowers been the main point scorer for the Irish all year long. Broke the 1,000 point mark earlier this season. As now open is Brooks. Brooks working in, poked away by Bordonia. And now passed over to Ryan Beecher, working on Campbell Bordonia, the freshman. Over to Summers. Summers now into the corner for Brooks. Brooks working in, now spins away. Stifled there by Tessa Bordonia. But another foul on Audrey Simon. So Audrey Simon's had a little bit of foul trouble during the season. And gets subbed out here as that's thrown in 2-4. 4 now down to Beecher. Beecher out to Summers. Summers now in a little bit of trouble. Back to Beecher. Beecher poked away by Theular. Irish being really aggressive on defense here as Summers steps back into the paint. 4 layup off the rim and out. Rebound to Sowers. And now out across half court. Sowers going to slow it down. Sowers gets a pick, puts up a 3 from the top, nails that one, and a timeout called. Irish jumping out ahead, 7-2. Kaylin Sowers nails that three-pointer. Gonna set up their defense here. Been very aggressive, trying to force some double teams. Make Linden make some hard decisions. So far, been working pretty well. As Linden's lone point scorer, Ryan Beecher, at point, came off of a fast break. So same players out, Tessa and Campbell Bordonia, Kaylin Sowers, Paula Fayular, Regina Carpanese, who checked in for Audrey Simon, who has 2 fouls on the day. 4:19 left here in this first quarter. As that one thrown into Nestor. Now back to Summers. Up ahead. Knocked away by Tessa Bordonia. Paula Fayular now holds and brings it out across. Over to Bordonia. Bordonia works into the paint. Steps back. Looking for some options. Has a cutter. Passes that to Campbell Bordonia. Now back to Tessa. Tessa loses the handle but regains control. Carpanese. Works in. Now underneath. Spinning. To Fayular. Knocked away. Grabbed and knocked out of bounds by Sowers. Gonna be Linden ball here. And that one thrown into Nestor. Nestor gives that back to Summers. And Regina Carpanese able to jar that one loose from Madeline Four, but knocked that one out of bounds. Gonna stay with Linden. Linden, very small team, not a ton of subs. That one thrown into Siegwald. Siegwald down into the paint for Beecher. Beecher spinning, steps, dumps that off for Siegwald. Siegwald out up top, spinning, works in. Now the double comes, passes that out to Beecher. Beecher on the near elbow. Passes that to Summers, far elbow, 3. No good. Campbell Bordonia gets that rebound and passes it up ahead to Sowers. Sowers on the far elbow, now works across the top. Off balance, going for that layup is fouled. That foul on Four. Say that 5 times fast. So Brooks and Four with the only fouls for the Eagles so far. Sowers at the free throw line. First one is up and through. Sowers now up to 6 points on the day. And now the second. That one is up and right through. Kaylin Sowers lengthens the Irish lead, now up by 7. Press. Good job beating the press by Linden as Four now holds, now works into the paint, thumps that out for Beecher. Beecher on the far elbow, now up top for Nestor. Linden hasn't been able to get too settled as that's now back into the paint. Beecher lays that in. A little bit of a miscommunication there on the throw-in. Nobody home. So Linden will get the ball right back. They're down by 5. That one thrown into Summers. Summers, double team comes, steps out of bounds. Possession goes back to the Irish. As Bordonia is set to throw it in and throws that in to Sowers. Sowers, now the double comes. She is fouled. Foul on Four. That's the second foul. Carpanese brings it out across. Now to the corner. Kushaba puts up a 3, knocks that down. The freshman getting in on the action early. And Carpanese with a nice defensive play to knock that one out of bounds. Kennedy Brooks going to throw it in here right in front of the desk. Throws that one in to Siegwald. Addison Siegwald, the junior, working on Carpanese up top. Down to Jarek in the post. And now handled by Nestor. Nestor out for Brooks. Brooks guarded by Sowers. Sowers being sticky on defense. Now passes that one out to Lila Nestor. And now held by Ryan Beecher. Beecher back to Nestor. Nestor loses the handle on it, now up top. Guarded by Kushiba. Dumps that one over for Siegwald and now for Brooks. Brooks works in. That one rejected by combination of Sowers and Bordonia. And stepping out of bounds was Linden. Irish ball. Minute 51 here left in the first. As that's thrown in, Keelan Sowers brings that across half court. Sets up, puts up a three, no good. Rebound is loose, handled by Beecher, using that height to her advantage. Dumped off for Siegwald, now into the paint. Jarek, layup, good. Irish still doubling up Linden right now as Bordonia works underneath. One-handed layup, no good. Carpenese gets the scoop and score though. Cashes in on the rebound and puts it right back. Now Brooks working, gonna try to beat this press. That pass is sailed way over the head of Beecher. Irish ball. As Bordonia throws that one in to Kushiba. Kushiba with just about a minute left here in the first quarter, dumps it off for Sowers. Sowers cutting in. Mid-range for Bordonia, off the rim and through. Now that's up ahead. Now backdoor post, good cut, but Sowers with the rejection. Wow. All right, now up top for Summers. Three from Brooks is way off the mark. Up ahead now for Sowers. Sowers going to slow it down and get the Irish settled here at the far elbow. Now to the near corner. That's Kushiba. Works in. Had that one stripped away, but able to pass it out for Bordonia. Tessa Bordonia puts up a three and nails it. Tessa Bordonia and Kaylin Sowers, the two lead scorers for this team, showing them why. As Beecher able to beat that press. Now works underneath. Floater rolls through with just about 8 seconds left. Now down to 5. Bordonia out across. Sowers puts up the Hail Mary. And way over the top of the backboard. But at the end of the first, the Irish lead this one 19-8. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Just about to get set for the second quarter. Again, this is going to be a doubleheader night. Afterwards, we are going to head to Detroit Skate Club, where your boys' hockey team, the North Oakland Eagles, are celebrating a senior night of their own, taking on Downriver Unified. So we'll have coverage there for you. Of course, basketball and other sports at Notre Dame don't have the video permission for them. Hockey, one of the few that we do, so we will be giving you live video coverage of the North Oakland Eagles as they take on Downriver Unified on senior night. And after tonight, we've got a pretty long sabbatical. I will be out of town until Wednesday, missing pretty much all of the broadcasts possible in the next few days. We will be in Syracuse watching the #2 men's lacrosse team in the country take on the #1 men's lacrosse team as Syracuse takes on Maryland. And then on Saturday, we're catching some Syracuse hoops. And speaking of hoops, Kaylin Sowers handles it and passes that down to Bordonia. Backdoor cut, Simon lays that in. As that's sent up ahead. Jarek had that one taken away, but out of bounds. But it's going to stay with Linden. As Brooks throws that in. Into Jarek, out of her reach, so going to be Irish ball. Bordonia up ahead to Sowers. And now across. Kushiba underneath. Simon. A little bit of contact there. Couldn't get that off cleanly. Bordonia goes for her behind the back. And she is fouled. That foul on Beecher, first of the day, leading the Eagles in scoring as Tessa Bordonia now at the free throw line. First one up and rolls out. Second free throw for Bordonia, up and in. As Nestor holds, working on Kushiba, had that one knocked away. Possession gonna stay with Linden though. So the Irish just gonna drop back into their defense here as Summers holds it up top. Passes that down to Kennedy Brooks. Now into the paint for Jarek. Jarek lays that one in. Did a good job reaching up and above herself to catch that pass. Cuts the Irish lead down as that's to Carpanese. Carpanese had that one knocked away.
Set it up.
And possession goes to the Eagles.
Red's right here. Get it, cut.
Bordonia
Oh,
now up ahead for Beecher. Beecher, that one blocked by Sowers. Sowers on the near elbow. Working on Summers, gets a pick, now sets her feet. Over to Bordonia. Bordonia works in. Looking backside for Carpanese. Just out of her reach. Linden possession once again. And that one thrown in to Summers. Now Kushiba takes that away. Layup is good. No. Nestor up ahead. Taken away by Simon. Irish leading by 14 right now. The two games that these teams have in common against Genesee Christian and Fenton. Both teams won against Genesee Christian. Linden did it by 7, as that's now in the paint, taken away by Sowers. Sowers working down, puts on the brakes on the near elbow. Puts up a 3, that one off the mark. Rebound taken by Kendall Jarek and handled by Nestor. Nestor up ahead now to Siegwald. Back door, knocked away, but a foul. First foul of the day on Sowers. First free throw up, bounces out for Beecher. Second free throw now for Beecher. And that free throw bounces out. Tessa Bordonia with it now. Works in a little bit of a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook there. No good. Beecher looking for Jarek, though, out of reach. And Tessa Bordonia going to throw it in now. Although timeout called by Linden, going to be a full timeout. We'll head over to our games in common. So both these teams played Genesee Christian. The Irish, if you remember, won that one in a nail-biter, winning by 3, 46-43. Genesee Christian fell to Linden as well. Genesee Christian losing 33-40. And then the other game in common, Fenton, with Linden being in the same region as Fenton. They've played them twice. First game they lost 30-37. The second one they won 39-32. The Irish, early on in the season, I believe that was their third game of the season, lost to Fenton, a score of 42-46. So two pretty evenly matched teams, although the Irish playing a really good game so far, leading by 14. So Tessa Bordonia going to throw it in for the Irish as Kalen now brings it out across half court. Sowers up top Looking, puts up a 3 from the far elbow. No good. Rebound for Simon. Now back to Sowers. Sowers to Kushiba. Kushiba, 3. No good. Rebound Simon. And Simon cashes that one in. Nestor now getting out of trouble. Up ahead for Beecher, but Beecher had that one knocked away by Simon. Out of bounds off of Simon. Possession going to stay with Linden. So Fayular checking in for Kushiba as Brooks now up top for Siegwald. Back to Brooks. Siegwald on the far elbow. They have not tried to shoot the 3 much. As that's now down Brooks. Back, now a 3. That one is good from Beecher. Knocks down a 3 from the near elbow. Irish up by 13. Bordonia up top. Sowers back to Bordonian. Far elbow 3. That one falls through. Tessa Bordonia having a great game already. As Siegwald up ahead, but that pass picked off by Bordonia. Works in and lays that through. So this press for the Irish working pretty well, but a foul there on Fayular. She's got 2. So some subs coming in. Summers and Four checking in for the Eagles. That one thrown into Four. Four spins and sends that up ahead for Jarek. Jarek. That pass knocked away by Fayular. So Four gonna throw it in here. Throws that into Jarek. Simon takes that away, working in. Gonna put up a contested layup, and that one is good. Audrey Simon with the fast break. As now Four handles. Steps back. Now going to pass that off to Brooks. Brooks had that poked away by Bordonia. Now the double comes. And a travel.
Hey, Taylor. Get the inbounds and pull it back. Just hold the ball. 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 All right, man, go. 4 out high, Campbell.
All right, so Coach Matuza having Sowers test out the coverage system as that's up top. Sayular puts up a 3 off the rim. Campbell Bordonia keeps that in. Far elbow 3 from Sowers off the rim as well. Handled by Jarek and over to Brooks. Brooks sends that up ahead for Beecher. Beecher. Summers from the corner. That 3 no good. Four gets that rebound. Shovels it out for Beecher. Now back to Summers in the near corner. Over for Brooks. Brooks spins away. Back to Summers in the corner. Summers now spins. Dumps that off for Beecher. Guarded by Bordonia. Back over for Summers. Now underneath, Brooks travels. So Montano checking in for Tessa Bordonia. And Addison Seavald checking out Kennedy Brooks. So a couple subs as Sowers is going to hold it. 3:15 left here in the first half. Irish lead this one with a commanding 20-point lead as Sayular puts up another 3 off the rim again. Rebound taken by Siegwald up ahead to Four. Four works in down the far sideline. Now steps back, spins, looking for Jarek. That one over the head and out of bounds. Irish take the ball right back. And up ahead for Simon. Sowers. Sowers. Up top. Gets a pick from Sayular to Simon. Into the post. Sayular stifled there by Beecher, who now holds. Passes that one in. And a foul. That foul called on number 35, Jenna Montano. as Siegwald will throw in. She does right to Four, who now gets it back. Back over to Four. Four, double coming, loses it, but is able to dump that off to Siegwald. Out of the corner, Summers puts up a 3. Off the mark, rebound Beecher. Back to Summers on the far elbow, into the paint for Jarek. Jarek, guarded by Simon as Simon knocks that one away. Possession going to stay with the Eagles. Four going to throw in. Looking for her options. Throws that in. Sowers picks that pass right off. Now out across half court. 2:11 left. There's a 3 from Simon off the mark. Rebound loose. Simon gets it right back. Simon getting pestered. Drops that off for Sowers. Sowers guarded by Siegwald. Down to Thayular. Back up top for Sowers. Now Montano on the far elbow. Sends it over near elbow. Contested 3 for Sowers. No good. Simon gets that rebound. That no good as well. Jarek pushing off. Beecher now holds. Out across. Dumps it off. Summers. Back to Beecher, but taken away by the Irish. Jenna Montano stealing that one. Sowers out across half court. Now in the far corner. Now Simon puts up a mid-range off the rim. Beecher with the rebound. Beecher spins out of trouble, now brings it down the far sideline. Works in. And lays that through. Beecher into the double digits now. Minute 7 left. 33-15 is the score. As Sayular working in the lane, passes that to Simon. Under a minute left now. Simon to Sowers on the far elbow. Now Simon up top. Sayular puts up a mid-range, contested, rolls around and out. Beecher takes that rebound. Sends that up ahead for Madeline Summers. Summers down to Four. Four works in down the right side. Now to the near corner. 3 is up. And good there from Addison Siegwald. 30 seconds left in the half now. Irish leading this one 33-18. Sowers gets a pick from Bordonia. Puts up a 3. Off the mark. Four down the far sideline. Working in with speed. Sowers is fouled.
Checking in.
Sowers took one for the team there, draws the charge.
23 weight.
So Tessa Bordonia checking in for Campbell Bordonia and Addison Kushaba checking in for Paula Thayular. 14.1 seconds left here. In the first half, Irish with a commanding lead. Sowers brings it out across half with 10 seconds to spare. To Montano from the corner. Montano able to bat that in. Sowers to Kushaba into the paint. Simon for the buzzer beater, no good. And we'll head to the half. Irish leading this one 33-18. I'm Augie Villawan with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the second half.